Hey again. Today we've got a standing flow yoga workout. This can be done on your mat. You can even do it wearing shoes. Have a chair nearby if balance is a concern. We are going to be working on some balance here too. So once you get your space ready, go ahead and join me. Let's begin with our feet hip distance apart. And we're going to start by checking in with our feet, rolling forward and back. So if we don't have shoes on, we're going to feel more here and have a little more range of movement. Let's go inner and outer edges. Very definite difference here. And then we're going to plant our feet, finding that place between toes and heels, and inner and outer edges. And then we want to make sure that our weight is even on both sides. Now let's begin to drop our tailbone, really root into the ground. Draw our navel into our spine, shoulders back and down, closing our eyes for just a moment and observing our rootedness, observing our body, observing our breath. And let's find our three-part breath, inhaling into our belly, ribs and heart, exhaling heart, ribs and belly. Breathing through our nose if that's accessible. Now let's add some movement to our three-part breath. Inhale up, exhaling hands to our heart. Now we're going to make it bigger. Inhale up, exhale halfway forward, inhaling up. And then pressing back through the tailbone, lifting our navel, reaching the crown of our head forward. Let's go ahead and take it to a little chair flow here. Exhale, sitting the hips back. Any amount. Hands at our thighs if we need that. All right, and let's turn sideways on our mat. We're going to take it wide and just start with a forward fold here. Hands coming down to the floor, maybe our feet. And let's just do a little lunging side to side here. Back to the center, and let's bring it up. We're going to lift one set of toes, finding warrior two. Now let's flip, reach, and lift, reverse warrior. Pressing down through our hip, reaching through our fingers. And with an exhale, let's find side angle. Going for that stack of our shoulders, hand on our hip, or in the air. And our other arm can come to the floor. On an inhale, let's reverse warrior. Thinking about the energy in our feet, drawing in and up to keep us balanced. We can also be holding onto a chair here in front of us. But let's flow here. Exhaling, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Remembering the options on our hands. Back to reverse warrior. And let's go ahead and find our triangle. We're going to straighten one leg, shift our hips back. Let's reach forward and then find hand at our leg. Or again, we can use a block here or the seat of our chair. Now let's go ahead and flow a little bit here. Forward and back. Exhale, inhale. We can bring our hand up a little higher. Some of us might even reach the floor. Let's take it back to triangle and hold. And reverse warrior. All right, warrior two, let's take it to the other side. Flip, reach, and lift for reverse warrior, grounding through our feet, energy in and up. And let's find our side angle. Remembering the arm options that we have. And let's inhale, reverse warrior, and we're gonna flow here. Exhale, side angle. Bring you back to reverse warrior. Warrior two, let's straighten out our legs, shifting our hips back and reaching forward, finding our triangle. And flow. Exhale, a knee bend. Inhale, back to triangle. Bringing it to side angle and reverse warrior. Warrior two. Let's take it here, legs wide. We're gonna reach our hands back, clasp, and really draw our shoulder blades together. From here, let's come halfway forward, squeezing through our shoulder blades, lifting our navel, tailbone pressing back, crown of our head forward. Now let's bring it up and back to warrior two on that first side. So we're gonna find our side angle. And this time we're going to revolve it, taking our top hand around to our thigh. And let's take our other hand as far around as possible. Opening back up from here, reverse warrior. So we're going to go back to that flow, inhaling up, exhaling over. Option to take it to that revolved angle. Back to reverse warrior. Warrior two, straighten the legs, shift the hips and reach. Triangle. And we're going to revolve. Top hand to our thigh, other hand around. Let's unwind. We're going to bring it back up and switch sides. So let's go into the side angle. Revolving, top hand to our thigh, other hand around. We'll unwind, reverse warrior. Flowing here, inhale up, exhale over. Option to take it to that revolved. Reverse warrior. Let's find warrior two, straighten it out. Shift and reach. Triangle. And let's revolve it. Top hand to our thigh, other hand around. Let's unwind and we'll bring it forward again. So let's reach back, clasp our hands, open up. And we're going to come halfway forward. As long as our shoulder blades touch, we can go further. And let's bring it up. Feet in about halfway. Let's circle our hips a moment. Both legs. And we're going to go ahead and take it to our balance. So if you want to get near something to hold on to, go ahead and do that. We're going to begin with our arms, giving ourselves a big hug. Now it helps to find something that's not moving to really stare at and focus on. We also have the option of touching the backs of our hands or wrapping around to our palms. So find the one that works for you. Remember, you can always be holding on to something. Let's go ahead and shift our weight. Lift our foot, and we're just going to cross it above the knee. And we can stay here, or we can begin to shift our hips back any amount. Staying focused, lifting our chest. And release. Let's take it to the other side. So other arm on top, big hug, touch the backs, or wrap to the palms. Let's shift over, lift our foot, and cross over. Sitting back if we wish. And let's release. We'll bring it back to our mat. And we're going to step out wide one more time. All right, let's hinge all the way forward. And we're going to lunge over to one side. We might even ground through one hand, lift our other arm up, or just to our hip or knee. Let's bring it down, slide over to the other side. And again, if we choose, we can ground and open up a lot or a little. Let's bring it back to the center, hinge all the way forward, and maybe take our hands to our feet. Head resting forward, neck relaxing. And let's hinge up from here. We're going to go ahead and take it to warrior one on that first side. Warrior two. Let's reach it up, reverse warrior. And we're going to drop the top hand down behind, bottom hand coming up toward it. Now, if we can clasp our hands back there, great. Otherwise, just find a place where the hands can rest on our back, opening up our shoulders. Now let's release from here. We're going to take it to the other side. Reverse warrior. And then cow face arms. Drop the bottom. Lift the other one. And let's release from here. Back to the center. Let's bring it in. Feet back to hip distance. Let's drop our tailbone. Feel ourselves rooting into the floor. Right back to where we started. Closing our eyes. Observing our breath. Observing our body. Feeling rooted and grounded. Now let's follow our breath. Inhaling our hands out. Exhaling hands to our heart. 2 more times. I thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Namaste.